County deputies investigated death Friday morning. Several deputies were sent before 10 to the 4,000 block of East Illinois Route 64 in Oregon. We do not have much information, but we do know one person is dead. Deputies have not released the name of the person or how they died.